is you're going to take out your journal and you're going to try to remember a time when you were starving or really, really hungry, or for some of you, when you really wanted to go to a bar and get a glass of wine, or when you just needed to smoke, you know what I mean? When you just when were you hangry, like so hungry? And if you can't think of it, do you ever remember being on a diet or intermittent fasting? Do you remember how hungry, like, imagine yourself starving, just, you're so hungry. What do you want to eat? When you're really, really hungry, what do you just want to eat? And write that down. Has a definite personality. Like when you're dieting or fasting, you get so hungry that your hunger kind of takes on the persona of a person, an animal, a monster. It could be a fairy. It's some kind of flesh and blood living being that makes you think and fantasize about eating certain things. So if that craving or that hunger or that need to go get some coffee or some beer or some wheat or some chips, or if that hunger were a flesh and blood living being, it could be a person, a plant, an animal, a fairy, a monster. What would it be? And then draw a picture of it. Because after you draw a picture of your hunger, like some people's hunger looks like Cookie Monster. And some people's hunger looks like Martha Stewart. Like all the food is beautiful. You know? So your hunger is taking on a personality. And then after you draw a picture of your hunger, you can just start to describe its personality. My hunger looks like this guy. His name is Ernesto, Humberto Ernesto Julio Juan Cortez. And he's tall, proud, ruddy, muscular. He's thick. He has a mane of shining black hair. He's very sophisticated. He kind of wears the costume of his time period. And he has black laced boots. And he has a llama and these little smallish stallions. And he's very romantic. He sings very well. And he has a guitar with like this woven tapestry strap. He has the dignity of a gentleman, the appetite of a cow. And his favorite food is cinnamon rolls, donuts, and cheese toast. He's a poet like Pablo Neruda, Carlos Bulusan, Octavio Paz, Antonio Machado, and Gustavo Adolfo Bécquer. What I'm going to ask you to do in a minute, I'm going to show you first so you won't get confused, is you sort of start with a really easy question and you ask your hunger, why do you eat the way that you do? So when I ask Ernesto Julio Juan Cortez, he said, oh, your lips are like a Snicker bar. And I'm like, okay, you got to get him warmed up a little bit. So I asked him again, well, why are you always trying to tempt me with cheese bread? Like, why do you want it so bad? Why do you want me to eat it so bad? Like, why do I have to eat cheese bread? Now, my hunger only responds to me when I speak Spanish. Your hunger might respond to you if you speak, Chinese. So I noticed that my hunger only responds to Romance languages. So I said, okay, why do you like cinnamon rolls? ¿Por qué te gusta canela rollos? Why are you always trying to tempt me? ¿Por qué sigues tratando de tentarme to fantasize about cheese bread, a fantasear sobre pan de queso? And Juan said to me, the cinnamon rolls are joys. They ground you into the earth. The dusty streets of a small town, the hearths of a village, or the campfires, the stories of a tribe. You're missing community in your life. Ding, 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 ding. Si tu Humberto Juan Julio Cortez, food is community. I'm alone. I work 90 hours a week. And what I really miss is I just want to be back around a campfire with my native tribe, barefoot with marshmallows. And my hunger is telling me I'm not craving these ethnic foods, which I am. I'm craving indigenous native community who's connected to the earth. And what I really need to do is, instead of binge eating cheese toast week to week, I need to go back to Kauai, to my taro patch, to my farm, my homeland, and put my bare hands in the soil. That's what my soul needs. My stomach wants cheese bread. My soul needs my native land. I need to feed my soul, not feed my belly. Your soul, okay, so your soul needs something. So let's deconstruct it. It might help if people start sharing who their little food monster is.